Hey you guys, I just finished soccer practice. I feel like maybe vlogging in the moment will be better than me trying to recap everything all at once. We'll see how this goes. But, oh man, it was nice. I was a half hour late to practice because I had a panic attack in Target earlier today. Some parents were emotionally abusing their child, and I had a little bit of a flashback to my own childhood. Although my parents never said anything like what this person was saying to their child. It brought a lot of stuff up, especially because I was already kind of emotionally raw after a poem that I finished off earlier today about a really horrible experience I had. So I was already emotionally, raw, charged, and then that just kind of sent me over. But soccer practice was great. I feel great now. Physical exercise is one of the best things for anxiety. It really is. You get your endorphins running, and it's fantastic, especially because then I'm with my team, so I've also got the camaraderie, and it was nice that when I got there, they asked me how I was doing, and I felt comfortable enough to say, I'm not doing so hot. I just had a full breakdown panic attack in the middle of Target, and I just, I'm here, I'm ready to run and kind of move through it, but, how are you? It's nice to have people you're comfortable enough to say that to be able to, we don't have like real close relationships because a lot of the team is new, but it's just nice to have that safe space, And I'm kind of excited because we didn't do hill sprints tonight. We usually do hill sprints, and there's some massive hills because we practice in the bottom of a water catchment. And the last practice that I was at, 3 hill sprints. Well, actually, after the first hill sprint, I felt like I was going to throw up. And like the 5-second break between hill sprints was just enough to bring me off the edge. And I did 3. The whole team did 3, but I was done. There was no way I could have done a 4th. I was like praying to God that she was going to stop us at 3. And I've been working on my endurance. I've really been working on it because I'm a midfielder. So I need to have some stamina. And so yeah, I've been trying to work on that. And today we scrimmaged, and we ended up scrimmaging until it's dark now, and we didn't do hill sprints at the end of practice, but because I've been working on it, I went and I did them by myself, because I want to keep it up, and I was able to do 5, and I totally could have done more. I stopped at 5 because it was dark, and I don't want to break my ankle. So, I'm feeling pretty good right now. My husband's home with the kids. They shall be in bed when I get home so I can shower all the sweat off and maybe soak in the tub with some Epsom salt and some Dr. Teal's Restore bubble bath so my muscles don't hurt too terribly bad tomorrow. And maybe have a little bit of alone time with my husband. He goes back to work tomorrow night, so this is kind of our last chance to be alone together before he goes back to work for a few days. So yeah, I didn't work today, but I got a few more errands done, and that was nice. The whole family went in together, and that was nice. My house is pretty clean. I have to fold some laundry and clean the kitchen up a little bit, but it's not a total mess, which is amazing, because usually on my husband's days off, I'm working in my husband's home, and if we're honest, he does not do stay-at-home parent work. We actually had a discussion about that today. He was upset about something that wasn't done or something like that, and I replayed him. Those of you who follow me on TikTok, the TikTok where I showed you what moms do after the kids go to bed, all the chores I do and how long it takes and everything. And he knows that I do that, but I showed it to him, and he's like, I was like, okay, but this is what I do when you're at work. What do you do when I'm at work? And he was like, I was like, no, really, I'm just trying to provoke some thought in you. You go to work and work. And while you're working at work, I'm working at home, right? We've agreed, I am working. He does not belittle what a stay-at-home parent does. He knows that I'm working when I'm home. And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, when I'm at work, what are you doing at home? And he was like, I'm relaxing because it's my day off. I'm like, exactly. While I'm working at work, you're not working at home. Even though while you're working at work, I'm working at home. We need to set up a time where we have one day a week where both of us are home, where we can relax. I recognize that's something we need to do. And then otherwise, we're both working all the time. But I mean, we know we need to do that to get ahead after he was sick, and then to be able to move out of state like we want to do, to be able to get caught up on everything. We have to work a lot, unfortunately. We don't get to have as much time off as most people do. And that's fine for right now. We're both willing to make that sacrifice right now. But he's just not very aware, I guess. Because almost as soon as I had told him, like, you know, you don't work at home like I work at home, he was like, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry. I'll try. Which, of course, I said, do or do not. There is no try. And he told me that I'm not little enough to quote Yoda. But, yeah. Comment, please, if you have any suggestions. Because, like, to-do lists don't work well for him. I don't know, maybe, I'm pretty sure he has ADHD as well. Maybe if I have, like, a different to-do list each day, maybe that'll help him. Since it mixes it up a little bit. Because I know that's helpful for me. I don't know. Because I know he wants to help. I know he wants to do better. He just has a hard time with it. So yeah, that's where we're at. The kids are doing pretty good. School's going pretty well. I've been making a decent amount of money working. This lady that's on a walk is staring at me funny because I'm in my car talking to my phone. We've done the math. My husband gets a raise. He just got a raise this month, and he gets another raise next month. This month he got his annual raise that everybody in his department, in the department gets, and then next month it'll be his 2 years will be up, so he's no longer considered an apprentice. He's just a full-blown officer, which means he can now lateral into another department if he wants, and he wants to do parole, and I think that's more regular hours and makes more money, which would be nice. But with the raise he gets next month, because he's no longer an apprentice, plus the annual raise he got this month, by the end of October, we should be all caught up on everything we fell behind on when he was sick. And that's only because so many people donated to us and were so generous to us. Otherwise, we'd be in the hole for much longer. So I'm super grateful for that. We are super grateful for that. And then, I will be finished with EMT school by the end of October. I don't know how long all the licensing and certification and everything takes. Hopefully not too long, because then I can get a job as an EMT, and what I make every month can go straight into paying off, like, our student loans and our credit card debt. And we can be, honestly, I did the math, and if it doesn't take more than 2 months for me to get a job, we could be 100% debt-free by the end of 2020, and I'm like overwhelmed thinking of it. I've never not been in debt. Never. Even when I didn't have, like, official debt, I was living with my grandma, and she always made it very clear how much I was indebted to her. For those of you that are not caught up, she is a horribly mentally abusive narcissist that I've only just got free of about a year ago. So I'm not totally free because they actually own our house with us. They helped us buy it, and we have to pay them for the house before they'll take their name off. Obviously, we don't expect them to take their name off before we've paid them. But when that's done, I will be totally free of her. And it's hard because I love my grandpa to pieces, and my grandpa's just a very sweet old man, but unfortunately they're married, so collateral damage, I guess. It sucks. I miss my grandpa a lot. A lot. But it is nice to not be paranoid all the time and doubting myself all the time, and I have a lot of residual damage done from some of the things that she said to me and the way she manipulates people. Yeah, a lot of my trust issues have come from her. A lot of my son's trust issues have come from her, and I just went off on a tangent. Anyways, basically, I've never been 100% debt-free. Before we actually had credit card debt and stuff, it was that, just constantly reminding me how indebted I was to her for the things that she'd done and helped me with and all that. So, the fact that by the end of next year, it could be totally debt-free is just... It's amazing. But, yeah, I'm gonna go home and rinse all the sweat that you can clearly see glistening on me. Rinse all that off and take a bath and spend some time with my husband And I'm definitely feeling 1,000 times better than I was a few hours ago when I had a panic attack in the middle of Target. But yeah, I feel much better now. It's amazing what some endorphins and some running can do. So I hope you'll have a great night. I'm so sweaty. It's disgusting. I need to go shower. Bye.